Now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. He sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who was in bed with her...
Today, we're diving into the timeless Christmas classic that changed holiday cinema forever, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Since its release in 1966, this animated masterpiece has remained a staple of holiday tradition for generations. But behind its bright colors and joyful songs lie incredible secrets, bizarre coincidences, and stories few people have ever heard. The film, based on Dr. Seuss's book, tells the tale of a bitter green creature living in isolation above Whoville, planning to ruin Christmas by stealing every gift, tree, and decoration he can find. But what most people don't realize is that this cheerful animation came at a massive cost. The production budget hit an unbelievable $315,000, the equivalent of nearly $3 million today, making it one of the most expensive half-hour specials ever made. Unlike other TV animations that use just 3 drawings per foot, Chuck Jones pushed his team to use 15, resulting in more than 25,000 hand-drawn frames that brought every snowflake and smile to life. Even the music and voice work added to the high costs, with Boris Karloff's iconic narration and Thurl Ravenscroft's unforgettable voice for "You're a Mean One," Mr. Grinch, giving the film its haunting edge. But what color was the Grinch supposed to be? Believe it or not, Dr. Seuss's original book never described his color at all. The Grinch was black and white with just a few red accents, until Chuck Jones, after driving several ugly green rental cars one summer, decided that very shade of green was the perfect fit for the Grinch's lonely, jealous heart. Dr. Seuss instantly agreed, and that same green became a permanent part of pop culture history. In one of the most emotional scenes, when the Grinch realizes the true meaning of Christmas, his eyes famously shift from red to green, a subtle but powerful symbol of redemption that Chuck Jones animated frame by frame to show his heart literally growing 3 sizes. Yet, not everything was smooth behind the scenes. Dr. Seuss initially opposed casting Boris Karloff as the voice of the Grinch. He feared the man known for Frankenstein would make the film too scary for children. But Jones convinced him that Karloff's deep, commanding tone could also carry warmth and depth. The result was pure perfection, making the Grinch both menacing and sympathetic. Dr. Seuss himself even had a personal attachment to the character, going so far as to get a car license plate that simply read, Grinch. That car is still displayed today at a museum in Massachusetts, a symbol of how much of himself the author put into his creation. Ironically, no big company wanted to sponsor the project. Chuck Jones was turned down by more than 20 brands who feared being associated with a story about someone who hated Christmas. Finally, funding came from an unlikely place, the Foundation for Commercial Banks, who agreed to pay for the production, even though the movie's message directly mocked commercial greed. It's a fascinating twist that a film warning against consumerism was funded by banks. In fact, this partnership between Jones and Dr. Seuss dated back to World War II, when they worked together on military training cartoons. Their creative chemistry from that era helped make the Grinch's world both emotional and visually stunning. Still, Chuck Jones faced another challenge. The book was too short to fill a full TV special. To solve that, he expanded the story with brand new scenes, like the beloved antics of Max, the Grinch's loyal dog struggling to pull the overloaded sleigh down Mount Crumpet. That moment wasn't in the book, but became one of the most memorable parts of the film. The film's success was so immense that it led to 2 spin-offs. Halloween is Grinch Night in 1977, which even won an Emmy, and The Grinch Grinches the Cat in the Hat in 1982, a crossover between 2 of Dr. Seuss's most iconic characters. There's also a funny secret behind the Grinch's face. When Dr. Seuss saw Chuck Jones's first sketches, he laughed and said, "That looks like you." And he was right. Jones admitted that when drawing, he often used his own reflection for expressions, so the Grinch's smirking face ended up looking like his own. Meanwhile, Thurl Ravenscroft's booming performance in "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" went uncredited by mistake, leading fans for years to believe Boris Karloff had sung it. It wasn't until Dr. Seuss himself wrote letters to newspapers that the truth came out. Even more interestingly, the making of The Grinch sparked a real-life romance between Chuck Jones and writer Marion Dern, who met while working on a story about the production. They remained together for over 30 years until Jones's death, proving that even a story about stealing Christmas could bring people together. Technically, the Stealing Christmas sequence was one of the hardest to animate, requiring 15,000 individual drawings to capture every sneaky move and sly grin. Viewers were so enchanted by The Who's song Welcome Christmas that many wrote letters asking for a translation, thinking it was real Latin. In truth, Dr. Seuss invented the words purely for rhythm and feeling, turning nonsense into something beautiful. Dr. Seuss personally wrote all the lyrics in the film, crafting songs full of rhymes and wordplay that perfectly matched the emotion of each scene. The result was a critical and commercial triumph that still holds a perfect 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Since 1966, it's been broadcast every holiday season, standing beside A Charlie Brown Christmas as a cornerstone of American holiday television. Two major feature films followed. The 2000 live-action version starring Jim Carrey, who spent hours each day enduring painful makeup to become the Grinch, and the 2018 3D animated film voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch, which became the highest-grossing Christmas movie of all time. At its heart, though, How the Grinch Stole Christmas is more than just a holiday movie. It's Dr. Seuss's sharp critique of consumerism, reminding us that Christmas isn't about gifts or shopping, but about love, empathy, and connection. Even the tiniest character, Cindy Lou Who, voiced by legendary actress June Foray, captured that message when she asked, "Why are you taking our Christmas tree?" That innocent question still melts hearts to this day. From its record-setting production costs to its lasting cultural impact, this 1966 classic remains a masterpiece of animation and storytelling that continues to remind us what truly matters during the holidays. If you enjoyed learning these hidden truths about How the Grinch Stole Christmas, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin for more untold stories behind your favorite films. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into Hollywood's greatest secrets.